everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda. I'm going to be your cooking guide, and if you have not subscribed, please do so. We are actually on our 3 months of videos. I think I'm at 89 videos. So if you don't know, to make money on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watched hours, and then you maybe make $7. So for our monthly progress, we're at 285, I believe, subscribers and about 800 hours. So we got a long ways to go. So that means lots of fun cooking ideas for you. So today we're doing Taco Tuesday, even though, well, it's Wednesday, but who doesn't love tacos? And we are going to do it a little different. We're going to do fish tacos with a deep fried tequila lime shells. We are going to do a homemade pineapple coleslaw and a sauce to top the fish that is going to be very awesome. So let's start with seasoning our fish. So I'm just using tilapia. You could use walleye, halibut, and honestly, I actually like just the cheap individual packets of tilapia, especially if you've got a big group coming for tacos. It's kind of nice just to be able to use a less expensive fish and it'll still taste great. So let's go ahead and start with this. And I'm going to let this sit in the seasonings a little bit before I cook it. So that's why we're going to go ahead, start with our fish, and then we're going to go on to cooking everything else. So let's get just a little bit of oil. I'm just going to put it on both sides of the fish. And then when I put it on the grill, I'm not going to have to re-oil this. And when you oil it, it helps the seasoning stick. So let's just do it in a small bowl. And that right there is why you start in a small bowl and not actually on the fish. That would definitely have been not my best day. So, all right. Well, let's start with maybe a measuring instead. Apparently, it will be much safer for all of us. I like some cayenne pepper, but not that much. So, all right, so this is some chili powder flakes. We've got some paprika, and I'll go ahead and leave all the measurements that I did on here. So far we've got cayenne pepper, we've got cumin, we've got tequila lime seasoning. So we're just going to give that a quick mix, and then we're going to go ahead. I'm not even going to go do salt or pepper with this one. I'm fine just the way it is. So let's just go ahead and sprinkle our seasoning on this. Get our fish flipped. And we're just going to let this sit for a little bit of time. So, all right. Next up, let's do homemade pineapple coleslaw, which is going to be a really nice add to this dish. So if you want, you can do the cheaters version. So I'm doing a part cheat. So this is the tricolored slaw. It doesn't have as much purple slaw in that I would like, but honestly, for what it's going to take to get all the ingredients, is, to me, it's just easier to get the bag. And actually, you know what? I hope you guys are sitting back and learning from my mistakes. Actually, I want to go ahead and start with the seasonings first, and then we will go ahead and add the slaw. So first we're going to do is 3/4 cups of mayo. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of, or I'm sorry, a 1/3 cup of apple vinegar. And then you want apple vinegar. You don't want like a regular vinegar for this one. So we're going to do a 1/3 cup of that. We're going to cut a lime and add 1/2 a lime for some citrus. Since this is really kind of a, I would almost say it's kind of like a Hawaiian type slaw, especially since we're putting the pineapple in there. And now we're going to do a couple tablespoons of pineapple juice. So I just did the tidbits and then just drained this. And just a little bit of sweet to cut out that apple cider vinegar is some sugar. And All right, so let's go ahead and give this a mix before we add our coleslaw in. All right. And this, you can actually buy the pre-made slaw sauce. That is the pineapple, but then you're not going to get the big pineapple chunks. And that's kind of actually more what I'm looking for this recipe. So, and I want to go ahead and get this all mixed in, and then I'm just going to set this to the side so it has a chance to get everything soaked in there. So, last but not least, your pineapple chunks. All right, so our slaw is done. So the fish takes the shortest period of time, so I'm going to just keep letting that sit there, and then we're going to make our fish sauce. So for this, we're going to do just mayo and sour cream, and I'll go ahead and leave all of these directions in here. So it's a couple tablespoons of mayo. This is the sriracha if you like a little kick with it, which I think goes great with the fish. And we're going to do sour cream. I do more sour cream to mayo for this one just because I like the sour cream. And then we're going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of lime juice. And I would do lime over lemon for this one. So just less than probably half of a lime for this. And so we've got a little bit of our heat in there, and then I'm going to do a little bit of minced garlic. And then we're going to do a little cumin, and then we're going to do, for the red pepper, I just put just a little bit in there. That heat will kind of creep up on you. And then about a teaspoon of cumin, which actually really goes well. So this is what our sauce is going to be. And this is definitely something you want to pre-taste before you're feeding it to anybody. So perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. So next, so we've got our coleslaw. We have our fish marinating. Next, let's do some of our, so I chose to do the little street tacos. You could certainly do bigger ones if you like. And so I just have this preheating. This is about 350. So I'm not going to put these in here very long, but you're going to want your tequila lime seasoning. So I'm going to toast these first, then I'm going to cook the fish, just because I don't want to get too overwhelmed by doing too many things at one time. So we're just going to go ahead and cover these. And so these are not going to be a soft, I mean, it's a soft shell. It's somewhere in between a soft and a hard shell. So, and you don't need a ton of oil for these. I just kind of like to push them down, but, and so they're going to puff up a little bit, and that's fine. And then I'm just going to drain off the excess, and then I'm just going to hit it with this tequila lime sauce from Blackstone, which is, I know if you've been here before, you know it's one of my favorite things. So you could actually pre-do these shells too. I've actually made them into chips before, and I actually really like them as chips. So, but to be fair, they do taste a little better fresh off the grill. And because they get so hot and they're cooked in oil, that's why I kind of like to pre-do these. And then I don't have to worry about people burning their mouths on them. So let's make sure you drain some of that oil off. And then go ahead and hit those. So while we are bringing that temperature back up, let's put our fish down. And now because our fish has already been oiled, I don't have to worry about oiling our fish again. So we're just going to put this on the Blackstone. I've got this at a high heat right now. And actually, while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more shells. This fish is only going to take a couple minutes to cook, so it's going to be a quicker recipe. Now, if you were doing like walleye, you're just going to have it in bigger chunks. This I'm going to shred just a little bit when I go ahead and put on our tacos. So for toppings today, I'm just going to do some avocado, and I've got our sauce and our slaw. And to me, I think that's all I feel like I really need for this. So go ahead. And there's the dogs. All right, so this fish is starting to turn white on the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a flip. And I'm going to let this cook, and then I'm going to kind of take a fork and just kind of spread it apart so I can easily load it on my tacos. But since we are prepping our tacos, let's go ahead and start with a little bit of the slaw. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a little bit of the avocado, which actually I think goes really good with the fish. So, and I do have a little queso cheese. It's a personal choice whether you want cheese with your fish or not, but actually I kind of like it. So, but it's a personal choice. Go ahead and feel free to make it on your own. So I can see this edge piece of the fish is actually done. Once it starts flaking, that's when you know your fish is good to go. All right. I think I need a bigger cart to hold everything. So right here where it's not pulling apart, that definitely means it is not done. So, but on the side, like right here, this part of the fish is done. But like if you pull it apart, it's still pink inside. That's not what you're looking for. You want it to be white. You want it to be flaky. So we're going to keep cooking this stuff, but this edge stuff is what I'm going to go ahead and put on our tacos. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of that stuff cook. Take a little bit of our sauce and just drizzle that on there. I'm so excited for this. So I love like the mini tacos. And see, when you toast them in the oil, it's nice and soft. They fold together. On like a regular hard shell where it's just going to fall apart, at least you get a little crunch. Oh my God. There's no better way to do tacos than having deep fried shells. Thank you for tuning in. Can't wait to see you next time. Eat happy. We'll see you next time. Bye.